All right, back so soon. Yep. Let's go ahead and get some music. Forgot about that. Let's go to what we were at. All right. Boom. All right, what do we want to make this time? And like I said, we will use the mask tool and add. If I understand it correctly, adding makes it like land. Subtracting makes it like water. That's why we get these ripple effects going in. So let's start off and figure out what flavor of map are we wanting here. Get some forest, water textures, snow and ice, desert, cobblestones. Do we want to make a dungeon? Do we want to make a sewer? We got some temple textures, a volcano. I haven't made a volcano. Could be cool. Let's do it. I'm down to clan. So I'm actually going to redo this. And bam. Holy shit. Sick. All right. So we will make our path here. Let's go ahead and something like that. Let's give it a what's the type of rock? Igneous, brimstone, basalt, some sort of slate colored. I think wasteland works. Maybe. Just for now. figure out what we want. I mean, this will be land, because nah, too much. It's actually yeah, let's do that. Oop. Got some pretty cool little alpha stuff to do. So one of my favorites is Cracked Ground. Guess you could just do it in the front there, or just along the edges. I think it looks pretty cool. Just makes it go from flat to like all this extra detail to too easy. Okay. And there is other stuff you can use. So along here, I might do something like this. It's like this. Actually, did we want to? Because why not? All right. Actually, let's see what this looks like. Holy, what just happened? We got lost. All right. It's not even the right one. What we got here? Here's where some fade work comes in, I think. A little bit better. I like it. All right. So that's got to be broken up. Can't have the rock penis where you're working against us here. All right. I want a rickety ass bridge. Wow, perfect. Oh, there's even one called a rickety bridge. Doesn't go with this though. I mean, this one's got the ropes. So you can transform this. However, all right, come on, you little bastard. Got to take I feel like the shadow makes it I guess it's okay. Sure. All right. Gosh. Easier way, huh? 104. Fuck me. What I'm gonna do with this one though. Let's not do that. Sometimes you just gotta adapt, huh? We're going with it. That looks like a nice athletics. All right, let's try. It's because I'm in the paintbrush, right? Yep. Son of a. Let's get this chasm on. See, and now we're going from top down to this 3D, which I'm gonna try to stay away from, so we're not doing that. Stay away from it. We can find something else, can't we? Let's see, what do we want here in the middle? I feel like there should be something. I guess there could always just be enemies, but... Oh, we do need to do that, don't we? That would actually... That is what we're missing. Sure. We'll do that. Choose outwards. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess probably need to go back and do all these like that, right? Yeah, just get this shit out of the way. Yeah. Fine with that. All right. Now we gotta make let's do this. Perfect. All right. Next. This is where all this stuff really doesn't matter too much. We can just remake it to go along with what we're doing here. Be a lot easier. Or at least we kind of have like a guideline. That'll work. do that. And then this gives us a little bit of elevation, right? Shoot, we could even a small one here. Put it a layer down. It looks like it's even more. Pretty nifty. I don't want that one. Let's do this one. We can kind of do the same there. All right, and then we need to touch this up. So all right. There we go. There we go. Perfect. That is not did not grab on, did it? All right. Okay, now let's go back to do this. And we can do this with all of it. But I'd still like this to just be more of the bank, the volcanic river. So I'm not gonna bring it out and do it to all of these, just this here. And then of course I'm not gonna do it around here because I guess it makes it feel like it's going underneath it. All right. Now, we can go back to our bridge. This shit's broken. Like, you guys are gonna have to jump for it. Just to vary it up a little bit, right? I'm gonna crack the shit out of these rocks. Oop. And you can change the size of them. So you can not only make large cracks, but you can make these little micro cracks, so to speak. I'm not gonna do that just for the path, right? So why not? I like making paths. The load. Let's see. Maybe not. That's a little bit too obvious, right? I mean, it's supposed to be obvious, but I just don't like that one, I guess. Yikes. Okay, no. Sometimes less is more. Well, let's go for some rocks. Good old rocks. What the hell kind of selection is that? Hey, what up? Try to get this to match, I guess. This is Incarnate. I've been using it ever since I started having to make maps. I just used it for free for a little bit, and then I was just like, man, I'm using this all the time and just for fun to create maps like I'm doing right now. There's I mean, I guess I could advertise for them. I have so many assets that you can choose from. Like some of these are stacked too, so this one like shows 4. There's 4 variations. I'll just kind of go down. Like a whole bunch of different themes. So I thought publishing them gave access to all of them, but apparently that's not the case. Let me save this real quick. And then I'll go back. So what I can do, so like this one's published. It says publish. But I feel like the only way to do it is apparently a link. Let me try just doing this real quick. It's a publish map. Publish, and then it says your map's published. The map can be viewed by anyone using this link. Share a map on social media. Okay, so I guess that would be the better way. I just need to make a platform to where I can do it, but I don't know what map you're looking for, but that's this one currently. I do have a few maps. Like the farther we go down is when I first started making maps, so they might not be. I mean, I don't think mine currently are that great. I'm not like a professional artist. I just do this for fun. But if you see any that you want, I can post you the link if you want it. This one's more of I got this. It was already a published map by somebody else. I just used that one, so I'm not gonna take the credit for that for sure. Here's just a few others. This one also isn't mine. Or this one, yeah. I go make sure I'm not claiming others' stuff here real quick. These two for sure aren't mine. And then the other one that I showed you. Or was it this one? Yeah. That one's such a cool map. Made this as a landing page where you can put like the characters' pictures and so I use VTT Foundry. You can do like all kinds of cool stuff with that too. And so basically I have like the tokens of each player's on here, and you can click on them and made it to where it shows like their bio and information. And then I had like the world map where you can click here and it pulls up a picture of a big world map. And then I have like the BBEG over here. Just some neat stuff you can do with landing pages. They're pretty cool. Which one? This is my original, like my first map that I ever made. And then as the campaign has gone on, the Spell Plagued Chasms, which is basically like a homebrew Spell Plague, has spread throughout the human area, which is pretty cool. And then this is our latest, me and my brother collabed, making combining our two continents. And this is a new one. We're about to start a new campaign, which is essentially like Dynasty Warriors, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon meets Avatar. Should be pretty fun. The little one. The original? Oh, the Eastern Continent. Yeah, for sure. I don't mind. Shoot. Yeah, this one's just pretty simple. I haven't finished this. This is just like just to get it on a picture. There's like we're still creating the lore for this, so but if you want it, yeah. See if that takes you to it. I think like you don't even have to download image, you can just copy it from here. Yeah, no problem. I work weekend nights, so sometimes whenever I get off of work, before I go to bed in the morning, I'll just get on and try to make a map or something. If there's ever any kind of maps that you want me to try to make, feel free to message me. I'm always down. I'm always just trying to make new stuff. Yeah. Yep, I get home from doing respiratory therapy at the hospital, and then I do map making therapy whenever I get home. But yeah, I think Incarnate for subscription is like 15 for a year. So, like, kind of like I showed you, you get all these textures to use as like your background and surfaces. And then, well, you just got so many options. And not only that, like if you don't like this stuff, you can upload your own. It's like when I was recreating, I made these. I just copied it, so you can. So I've copied a map, place it on here, and then you just kind of trace it. So if you find a map that you like and you want to use it, then I just did it and put it in Paint 3D, Magic selected it, turned it to a PNG, and then upload it as a stamp in this. And then you can kind of like make your own or trace it. Because you just do this and then turn the opacity down a little bit, and then you just kind of draw over it. And that's how I added this to my original world. It's pretty seamless. else do I need here? Do we need a cave entrance? This would have to go above. Maybe they're coming out of a cave. Or it's just a rocky entrance. Doesn't have to be a cave. But yeah, let's get on here, Bob Ross it up. Have a bunch of happy little accidents. Okay, maybe we do. Go back to this, because like I said before, if you start adding in these, other than the battle maps, you start getting like items from different points of view instead of just top down. So it kind of messes with perspective sort of thing. So I'm trying to avoid that. I've done that with a lot of maps in the past where I'll just put like all kinds of stuff that visually sometimes doesn't make sense. But you know, if you're just making basic maps for your players just to kind of have a visual representation, then it's not that big of a deal. But since I've made a few maps, I'm trying to make them, I guess, physically more accurate, but it doesn't always have to be that way. Now there is a flower on here. Yes. Why wouldn't a torch blossom be inside of a volcano? Right? Let's put these along here. These bad boys just grow inside the little volcanic edge, which I need to fix that. Alright, let's get rid of that junk. Is that why that's like that? Yeah, I guess that's just part of this. Yep. Sure is. Alright, now I do want something out here in the middle. Pillars work. Is this big enough to do it though? You know what? Nah. Actually, yes. Holy load time. Let's make it scary. Um, I don't know. We'll get rid of the pillar. You know what? Classic. I picked the wrong, click on the wrong one so many times. Actually. I don't know what happened to these guys, but Jesus. I think they were hurled out of this cave or something, right? Just let's see. Nah. Let's go back to the pillars. Yeah, set up. That'll work. The thing that can be a little bit difficult is, well, not difficult, but just kind of watch out for is like by placing people in your maps like this. Might be if you're using like PNG like characters for your tokens instead of like a circle or a banner. I'll just show you what I mean. So if you're, you know, using one of these guys, using something like this to where it just shows this character and not the background. Sometimes the size of bodies that you put in. Yeah, you can still do this on Roll20. You can still use tokens like this. The last time I played Roll20, I was using this guy. Well, and he just shows up like this on the map. Like you can't see anything around him. It's just this. You just gotta save it as a PNG and make the canvas transparent. You can also do that with your Roll20 avatar. Like your account avatar. But I think usually it's easiest just to do like, you know, the circular totems, or the tokens, of course. You just gotta roll advantage and make some. Too easy. He's a fun guy. Get it? He's a fun guy. Wow. I did not mean for that to happen, but it just did. Yeah, man, this is my brother's turtle druid covered in shrooms. Druid of the Spores. Really, really cool concept. Oh, well, this one? I don't know, I found him somewhere. He has a label. I think it's from like some type of game. I don't know if it's a computer game or a phone game or what, but yeah. I just know that they look scary as shit, so like just labeled him a Dream Eater, and what did I give him? Yeah, for sure. Like imagine that thing flying above you, like fucking grabbing your face or some shit. Fucking weird ass. Oh gosh, what did I give them? It's the Kiori. The people from like the dream plane. They can like possess you, and I'm pretty sure I reskinned him as one of those. Yeah, fun times, man. No, that's not even what we're doing. But yeah, when it comes to that, that would be the only thing, like making maps and stuff to kind of watch out for, because even if you resize the map, you know, you're gonna be making your map huge if you have to like try to match your your player's token that's gonna be in the little 5-foot square, and these guys are like tiny or huge. So I typically try not to put characters in like this, almost on none of my maps, because the one time that I did it was like the scaling of the size was just so jacked up. It's like if these aren't in here, then nothing else really matters, because I mean these bridges and rocks, it doesn't matter how big or small you make those. Like as long as the token is able to go, I can always just stretch the map if I need to. But I'll leave him because I like just the way it looks. So I'm not gonna probably use this map anytime soon, and if I do, I'll just remove them. All right, let's make another one. Because why not? What kind of map should we make? Another battle map? A regional? I don't know about a world. Usually need something in mind to create a world map, because I mean, you're creating a world, so you're gonna want to, I don't know. My thought process is that you're gonna want to have like countries or locations in mind before you create it, but I guess my original one is always a scary one, like a graveyard. The first graveyard I made looks like complete shit. My last few, or my players just were, is a place in my Underdark that I made up here at the Blood Gates. And around the castle that they were in, it's just like, I told them to imagine a junkyard, but just with piles and piles of bones and bodies and skeletons. And I call it the Ocean of Bones. So I made a few maps. So here's one that I called the Dead Fields. And then I had some other maps just to kind of play along. This is where I wanted to have like a boss fight if they kept going, which they made a smart decision and didn't continue. Because I told them that they were in a very dangerous place, and if you get that warning, you probably shouldn't keep venturing. Yeah, I thought this would be cool, so what happens here is it's kind of like an area where you get trapped. Yeah. And just if they tried to like camp here or something, which my players probably would, if anybody had a successful perception check, I would reveal hey, what's up, Lotus? I'd reveal this to them, which I don't know if you've seen this before, but this is what they would be looking up at. This would be like the cavern ceiling, and that would be when let's see, now I just saw the picture. Come on. Well, of course, it's going to be like impossible for me to find since I'm trying to show you. Was it under tokens? Yeah, I just saw it. There it is. It's a sword spider or a deep spider. Like deep spiders or sword spiders from the Underdark, like used by Loth acolytes or whatever. But yeah, if they kept going, they were gonna run into one of these bad boys, and That's why I was saying I was showing you the ceiling. If somebody had a high enough perception, they would have looked up and saw that. And this guy was going to be falling from the ceiling because that's what they do. They're like up in trees and they wait for people. Instead of using webs, they wait for them to like walk under, and they just fall straight down with all 8 legs pointed in a downward direction to impale them. But yeah, home slice is sick. They get 2 four-leg attacks, which are like basically swords, as they're described. And then they have their bite attack with this fucking maul with just gnarly ass teeth, and also apply the poison condition, of course. And then I made this one the other morning, just kinda, ew, what the hell did I do here? Yeah, this one was just for fun. I was still inspired by being where the players were, but they're not there anymore, so all good. Some of the cool things. This was like a continuation in the Ocean of Bones with Incarnate. I like the roots coming out of the walls here. I haven't done that before. It was the first time. I was like, oh, why didn't I think of this before? That looks cool as shit. And then you got your River of Spirits here. Got some ghosts that kind of like flow in and out like fucking dolphins, and then skyrocket and crash into these piles of bones and, you know, bring life to some of these skeletons. Maybe multiple skeletons combined together to form like this giant skeleton. The Megazord of skeletons. Or they can come by this tree and get attacked by one of those spiders as well, because you got little bodies just hanging from the trees here. Got little Frodo Baggins stuck up here. Go near the mushrooms. There's a few constitution checks for you. All kinds of stuff. Most of this stuff is from the gothic horror stuff that they put out on here, which is really cool, I think. Yeah, here's my first awful attempt of making a grave. I mean, it would get the job done, but I feel like, yeah, I never actually used this. So, I mean, just, maybe I should just edit it and see if I can make it turn into something. Let's do it. Alright, so first off, the scale is just weird. Stone statues are weird too. So this is all just this plain color. So first off, I'm gonna just redo this all. Just let me restart. So I first just start off with a base like this, and then I'll take another texture and change the opacity a little bit. And then I kind of just do this. So it breaks up the monotony of it, I guess. That's what I like to do. So it's not all just one note, one color, kind of get a little variation. These guys here, pretty cool. I don't know if I want to put the roots going through the graveyard though. So I'm gonna leave these for the outside. I'm actually just gonna kind of make a little perimeter out of it. So they'll show up, but I'm gonna be putting stuff over it to where it's not just like, oh, what the hell are all these random roots just doing here for no reason? Okay. And then you can also change the size. So you can make some like big ass fucking roots. It's like, oh, you can change the size. That way it's not all just, it's like, oh, how come there's a million roots and they're all just the same size? Doesn't make any sense. Let's go with, do we want it to be a cobblestone floor for the graveyard and more mausoleum type? Or do we want it to be like an open, like with dirt graves? Dirt. Are they, well, we could make some of them fresh, I guess. So I know the classic look is like, you know, put the dirt out in front, but it's not really like that, right? Unless it's like a freshly dug grave, because the grass will be over it, so. Maybe we make a couple. Do this just a little, let's see what this looks like. Alright, so first off, you can do better by making the rock seem a little bit smaller here. Forgot to do that. We'll have to do something about that. This is what makes this hard. That's not what I wanted. Let's try that. Okay. Oops. Can we make this look like? we're gonna try. None of those are really straight. I mean, that might be too small to... We can try it. Needs to be a straight one, huh? Yeah. That'll work, I think. Well, it's about the same. Let's try this one though. Nope. Oop. There we go. So then add this around the edge. Maybe it'll make it look a little deeper. Like I said before, I don't do like graphic design or taking art classes. So this is all just trial and just me trying to make it look okay. I suppose there should be a pile of dirt next to this if there's a grave dug, right? Actually, let's do this. Whoa, not that. Okay, and then let's do some... where's the desert stones? This'll work. And then, nope. And I'll find a hill. There's little hill deposits, right? Come and get one mound. All right. if that works or not. Waiting to be buried. So I kind of like that, so let's go ahead and do that. So we'll do that over here too, but let's get rid of this. Oop. What the? All right. We're gonna fill this in like that. We're gonna make the dark thing again. Wait, no, we don't want to do that. What we want to do on this one, I think, is go back to the hills. Right. So we want to make. See if we can stretch this. Yeah, we don't really want to stretch it that way. Maybe we can do that. Let's get rid of this. Of course, every time. Can't tell you how many times I've done that. All right. Okay. $72. I guess this zombie just has a boner. I don't know. Maybe there's something else I can do instead. maybe. Guess I'm fine with that. The hands look a little ridiculous. I wish there was just like one like skeleton hand that I could do, but I don't know. This is hard. Let's go ahead and just finish our path, I guess. Dead crops? No, I don't think we're gonna do that. Probably use that. Simple path to go through. Some corrupted trees, because why not? They have to be corrupted, right? I mean, look at this place. So, most of the time, I like to just put them where the branches are showing. Especially if I don't have like any intention to like use it for anything specific. Look, there's just an actual creepy tree stamp, guys and girls. The old Wickerman tree. Like, if you need a horror story, there's one right there. I'm gonna just, that one's overhanging, why not? Yeah. This shit is just starting to creep over. What else is scary, right? Vines. Thorny vines, of course, not just regular vines. But, yeah, they gotta be green. Just this dark green. Let's just put them under everything too. Like these will just be crawling out underneath the fence. Don't get too close to the fence. Have this one not protruding as much. It's still there though. Got some creeping fog. I mean, why not? Let's put it on an appropriate layer though. I get more on the outside. Another great thing about VTT is all the add-ons and modules you can do. You can just actually have a visual effect of a creeping fog going across your screen. Not to advertise for them, but it's pretty nice, I gotta say. Also, Inkarnate has all these filters you could do. So, and you can do multiple. So I can not only make the horror frame, which adds its own little creepy trees with webbing on it, but you can do multiple. So I can also do a nighttime. And then with a corrupted essence. What I can do for this, let's get, oh gosh, where did that go? Is that it? Holy moly. So here's what I'm gonna do with this. Let's grease that. You want just like an overarching fog. You know, would that work better off of the path? I think so. I'm gonna take the corrupting essence one off now. Let's see. Yeah. Just seems more do they have spotlight? I'm not crazy about it. God rays. Do the whole God rays thing. I'd prefer it to just be one. That way it can look like a beam of moonlight. But I guess I'm gonna have to try to make that on my own. Yep, so let's go into our stamps. Light. We'll transform this. I mean, basically just added stuff on the outside and tried to get a little lighting. Added some fog. We can put some nightshade. Add that, the old foraging aspect that I was mentioning before. Like, of course, there's stuff around here. Make a nature check. Make an investigation check. Let's figure out what the DC is for you to obtain some of this nightshade, or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes less is more, right? I think I'm just gonna leave it at this. I'll save it. I mean, it's definitely better than what it was. I still don't really like it. I need to, like, I say look at pictures of graveyards. Like, I know what a graveyard looks like, but, you know, like a good horror themed graveyard to take players to like a cool place. Like, I feel like the inside of this graveyard could be so much better, but I need to do more research, I think, as far as that goes. Plus, there might be more assets here for graveyard stuff, because like here, so there's regional, so yeah, well, that's what I'm using. Okay. Got mausoleums. So you could add some cool stuff in here. It's like if you put one of these in here, I mean, I'd have to change like the whole perspective of this thing for this to fit in here, right? Unless it, yeah, because the fence, like, who would build it and put it in the corner like that? But the cool thing is if, you know, you put a mausoleum in here, then that's a building you can go into, and maybe it has some catacombs. There's another map for you to make. There's another place for your players to go down into. Doesn't just stop at the graveyard. Now you go into this catacomb that's actually like this huge network underground tunnels that leads to somewhere else, but it's just completely filled with undead. They can feel like I've done that in Skyrim or something, probably. All right. These actually, I think my brother made. So go ahead and disclaim those as well. Here would be an image where I'm talking about like perspective not being right. So this is all top down. And then you have these lampposts here. Right? If this was right, you would just be seeing the top of the lampposts. So it's like the back, the Zen garden here is of a different perspective than this. So that's why I'm trying to stick with same perspective stamps to make it physically right. Here's just a simple path that I made. Like, so this is what you find, like when you're searching online, you need maps. You're like, well, I just need a couple maps for like roads for the players to go on. And that's what you can just throw together real simple. Like you can tell too that I didn't mix and blend the surface here. I could have done that. So I just named it Road B, Road C. Like, too easy. A top-down city in the Underark. Needs a lot of work. My players will be coming on to this pretty soon. This is... these don't look so hot, but... Damn, that looks pretty decent from far away. Again, underground. This is like top down, and then the angle of this doesn't match, but it didn't matter to the players. This is all top down. Kinda. Underwater theme. Some of these swamps. Really had fun making these. Nice bog area. Pretty cool. Pretty fun. It was fun DMing through it too. This is a non-finished map. This would be like your regional, you know, like the snowman. It was just as a joke. Easy put together mountain, the bridge. See if the players can make it across. Runic circle. Too easy. Amethyst Dreams maps. The Kraken's lair. Bleh. That was a fun fight. Bloodfist Citadel, my work area. Players decided just to completely skip this area. They got to here and just left. Oh well. Yep, that rock doesn't match. These don't match with how they was. Everything else is almost top down besides the plants too, the cactus. Yep. The hidden forage. Good times. Players spent like 3 days inside of this small ass cave. This made an epic storytelling device. It's funny. The players came at a crossroads. While at a crossroads, and that's how it ended up being. Torn between what they should do, whether they should go help liberate one of their players' home cities that she was queen of, which is she was essentially playing Elsa from Frozen. She was a wild magic sorcerer. And I had like a ribbon from their hair that they gave each other as little kids, like flying down from the direction, like it blows by her, and like she just catches it as she sees it flying by and notices it's her sister's, and so that created the drama of, you know, trouble in Arl's Landing, but also Varel's Valley is being consumed by the spell plague, and they needed to help save the human city, but they chose to go to the player's homeland instead, and thus the human city is pretty much like the human factions area is completely wiped out by the spell plague. So decisions matter. They didn't know that was going to happen, but it's part of the repercussions. Here's a trial at making like a sewer map. If anybody's familiar with Twitch from League of Legends, made him a little boss in here. Like an alchemist archer throwing poison bottles at people. He's able to like dip down into these pipes and come out a different one. And then this is just like leading up to it. Sewer skewers for everyone. This is where we had a player death. The Soul Warden grabbed one of the players, with called soul chains, which are basically like scorpions attack, but I mean it is essentially like a spider ergot, and he pulled the old Balrog move, you know, just falling down into the abyss as the platform crumbled as they were trying to like cross the bridge, and as he's falling back, one of the players tried to like jump in the way of the chains from hitting the other players, and he succeeded, and the creature pulled him into the darkness with him. And this is like one of the very first maps that I made too, but this is in Farrell's Valley. That's where the campaign started. And now that the spell plague has taken over, the players are actually if I could find it. This is that same bridge. But with the Spider Queen's spell plague and webbing everywhere. Good times. Here, I don't know if you want this one or not, but sorry about that. Feel free. Like I said, if there's any more, just feel free to leave me a message, and I'll try to make something.